If it ain't NFL jock, just turn that shit off.
Yo, man. What's up, Buzzsprout, YouTube, all that things of that nature, man. I'm excited, YouTube, for the journey. Happy June 1st. This is Mental Health Awareness Month. So I'm excited to just, sit here and tell my story real quick. My name is Nathan Lindor. I grew up Orlando, Florida. I am 25 years old. I've been through a lot of things throughout my journey, throughout this process. And I don't think I really sat here and talked to y'all for real and gave y'all the rundown and, just sat here and really talked to y'all, like had a real deal conversation and look y'all in y'all eyes and let y'all know how much this, podcast really means to me and what it done for me. So I want to take it back because I didn't write nothing down because I wanted it to be raw, uncut. So it might be some parts of this that not gonna sound the best, and it's gonna be a lot of because I'm gonna be thinking throughout this process, but I want everybody to realize and understand and take heed that this is a growing process. I'm always growing, I'm always learning, I'm always pushing forward to the best of my abilities to be able to help other people grow, and also that I understand that I'm not perfect. I wanted to come on here and be perfect and have a set time, but now I just want to come on here and just have a conversation with y'all, just get y'all so y'all can understand like how real this thing is. Shout out to all the people that's been throughout the process with me, throughout this process from middle school to high school. But yeah, to rewind to back to what I was saying, like 25, grew up in Orlando, Florida. I played football, went to Jones High School, went to Memorial Middle School, went to Palmetto, went to Pine Lock. I was moving all the way around. Hence, everybody always asks me how I know so many people. I done bounced around so many high schools and so many middle schools. I done met so many people to the point where it's like now I just know so many people. Growing up, I had a great childhood. My mom always made sure we had what we needed. And that's something that I always appreciated her for. She always made sure we stayed on top of what we needed to do. My dad came later on in my life. He did what he needed to do as well. I just feel like when you grow up in a single parent household, you just gotta always be a step forward, and you gotta be tough. You gotta be built different to be the oldest as well. Like I took on a lot of responsibility early, and it made me to the person I am today. It molded me into the man I am today, and I'm happy for. Like I always looked at the bad and the good as a lesson. I never looked at it as a bad thing because I always knew that I was gonna be something. I fell in love with sports. Sports was a big part of my life. I played for the Titans, Southwest Orlando Titans, the Ocoee Wakawa Redskins. Some of the greatest moments of my life, and those moments I always use those moments when I go through rough times, because those moments, me playing sports, me going to the YMCA, me going to after school all stars, if you know, that changed my life because I got to interact with other kids and get around other people and just learn from other people, because I wasn't sheltered. My mom always let me do what I needed to do. But I always had to help as much as I could. So when I got those chances, I took advantage of them for sure to, be around and do what I needed to do. But it also made me understand and be conservative and be smart as I went through those times. I know I'm kind of all over the place, but I just wanted to get my thoughts out to y'all, and I really want y'all to really feel this episode, because it's I'm playing back all the good moments and all the bad moments in my brain, because that's what builds us to the best of our abilities. That what trains us to be who we are, because we always going through a lot of things. We always growing, we always learning, and that's something that I always didn't understand growing up. I always was confused about a lot of things, and I feel like God's time is always the right time. And we all built different. Our stories are all built different, and it prepares us for what life throws at us. We don't see it. Like, I always tell myself, like, appreciate the things now, because when they're gone, you're gonna wish you had them. I remember it was one instance where I was going through depression, and I didn't know I was going through depression. And it made me understand that it's okay to be sad. It's okay to be emotional. Like, I'm okay with being myself, and the way I got like that is I know nobody else can be like me. I know who I am, and I enjoy who I am. And a lot of people not gonna always understand who I am and why do I do what I do. But as long as I'm okay with myself, and I understand my vision, and I understand what I want to bring to the table, it just makes me happy. As long as I'm happy, I'm good. But yeah, man, high school was different. What I learned in high school was that you ain't gotta follow the crowd. And like I always tell people, I wish I would have took high school a lot more serious and really focused up, because I was just going through the motions for real. I wasn't really focused in on what I really wanted to do. And I don't regret anything that I did. I'm more so understanding, so I can help anybody out there with decisions, or somebody kid, or somebody grandson, auntie, uncle, nephew, niece, that I can help them so they can pass this information on to other people, because like, we all see it's fun and games till real life hits. My family members, it's been graduation like season this whole May, and it just me sitting there like being a part of the graduation. It just brings back that memory when I didn't realize how life was gonna hit for real. And I sat back and didn't realize. I went to go get me a job. I graduated from college, and I was still lost. A lot of people don't see it that way. A lot of people don't understand why they're lost. They're not in tune with their mind. And I was one of those people. I wasn't in tune with my mind. I was just trying to follow the trends. I was a follower essentially, like, and that's okay. You're not gonna always be a leader at first. Nobody knows their full potential until after they go through all the lessons and the getting bit in the ass every second. And it's just like, once I realized I had a superpower, once I realized I was him, the perspective, the things change. Because it's always cliche when people say it's okay to be you, and I didn't realize that. I took it for granted, because like I said, I was trying to fit in. I was trying to be a part of the cool kid crowd. But when I realized it's okay to listen to the music you listen to, it's okay to dress the way you dress, It's okay to hang out with these guys instead of those guys. It's okay. It's never, how would I say it? It's never bad to do what you want to do and what you feel comfortable with doing. It's okay to step out your comfort zone and meet other people, meet new people, and do what you do. But to be yourself and be comfortable in your own skin, it feels different. It feels good. After I got out of high school and started working and getting into the real world, it changed me a lot. And and obviously for obvious reasons, but it just made me understand like who I was for real and what I was meaning to do. And that was to just be around and cultivate people and change people's lives and help people the best way I knew how. So after that, you go through those phases, you learn, you grow, and you realize life get real when you lose friends, when you lose family members, when you constantly go through those L's. And you be confused. You be understanding like, why is this happening? What's going on? But you got to come to the realization that things are going to move for the good, the bad, the ugly. You're going to laugh, you're going to cry, you're going to sweat. It's going to be tough. So when I finally got that understanding how life really works, it changed my whole mind frame. And it just made me turn into the person I am for real. All those steps coming from elementary, middle, high school, college to real life, those are different seasons. Those are different chapters in our books. And we all try to figure out from our heads and understand like, how do we figure out the game of life? How do we figure out what's next or where do we go from here? And I never been the most spiritual person in the world. I never been a full-on Christian, how I'm supposed to be. But I know there's a higher power. I know there's a God out there that is blessing me, because once I figured out that my power was to speak and to help people, I started getting blessings. I took a solo trip for the wrong reasons, and it ended up becoming the best moment of my life. I go to Tallahassee. I sit in my hotel room. And I get very emotional when I talk about this story, because I talk about it all the time. But it just hits different because we coming on our 5th, 6th year in this shit. And when I finally got that spark and I got something that I enjoyed, I was able to focus on this. Me being in front of the camera, me talking to people, me sitting next to people that I could never imagine sitting next to 5, 6 years ago. It just made me understand that there's something there. There's a power in my voice and who I am. There's a spark in who I am. And there's a spark in you too. For real. You just gotta find it. And the one thing my boy always used to say, you gotta be okay with being by yourself. It was a point where I couldn't be alone. I couldn't do things by myself. But you get tired of being tired. You get tired of not going to the next level. You get tired of not reaching your full potential. So I took the leap of faith. Go sit at that restaurant by yourself. Take that first flight. Take that trip. Do it. One of my biggest lessons that I learned, take a leap on faith. Everything will be all right. I know that now, but I was back then a young kid, 18 years old, coming out of high school, was scared. I was scared. I didn't want to leave my mama. I didn't want to leave my family. I didn't want to leave my father, my stepdad, my brothers, my aunties. I didn't want to leave. I was scared to do it. And we let our fears, we let our constant doubt in ourselves dictate our decisions. And that right there constantly haunts me every day. Not in a bad way, it just gives me fuel. And like I said, some people use fuel for the wrong reasons. I use fuel for the right reasons. It gives me the courage to get up and get in front of y'all and talk to y'all and have these conversations, because I'm okay with them now. Like I said, I'm comfortable in who I am to give y'all this information because I've been through it. And it just weighed on my heart to come talk to y'all for real. Because I always ask people, what are you doing this for? What are you really bringing to the table? And people don't know. They're confused. People doing it for the wrong reasons. People not locking in and really showing themselves. Because they can do it. Anybody can do it. Whatever they want to do. It's 8 billion people in the world. We all can get a piece of the pie. It's true. Because I've seen it. There's 1,000,001 clothing brands out there. There's 1,000,001 podcasters. There's 1,000,001 food reviewers, YouTubers, streamers, all types of people. I've seen it. I've watched. I've saw. And there's room for everybody to grow. I always try to be as perfect as I can. But when I started realizing that you can't be perfect, you just gotta go with the flow and try to do the best you can at the best of your abilities. Because at the end of the day, we are only human. We only have 24 hours in a day to get what we need to get done. We just need to avoid the distractions, avoid the BS, avoid things that don't feed what you are trying to get into. And that's something that I still struggle with today, but I'm working on it. As long as you working towards them steps to constantly build something. And one thing I noticed, gotta pay attention to detail. And it's not about life. I said it's not about life. It's not about what your friends think about you, your family. It's about what you think about yourself and how could you change it. I really knew I had that spark in me when people who didn't really tap in came to tap in. And it's just like the power of working on yourself and the power of you know who you are. It changes for real. And it just makes me excited for the next phase, the next chapter, the next goal, the next monumental accomplishment, the success, the abundance, the blood, the sweat, the tears, the bad, the good. It just makes me excited because I know that something's gonna come. And I know I'm gonna learn from it. And like I said, it's okay to have bumps in the road. It's okay to not get the recognition you think you feel like you deserve. It'll come. It'll come. It always will come as long as you're doing what you need to do. Because a lot of people want recognition, but they're not putting in the groundwork to get that recognition. But if you're putting in work consistently every single day, people gonna come and they gonna respect it. we all it's a complete cycle. It's just we got to understand what we've been through. When you was in school, you was going to school for 12 years. First, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth, 10th, 11th, 12th. All them years. 12 years. I just counted it out for y'all. 12 years. Just to have one big day where you get gratified. You get that gratification, if that's a word. You get that everybody giving you hugs, everybody loving on you. They wasn't there throughout that 12 years. Maybe here and there, they point at you and be like, all right, I see you. What your grades looking like? What you doing? You been studying? But every day you got to wake up and go to school. You got to wake up and take them tests. You got to wake up and turn in that work. You got to wake up and go to school when you don't want to go to school. It's just like life. You got to look at it like that. Are you going to get up when you don't want to get up? Are you going to study the craft so you can get where you want to get? Are you going to call on them? Are you going to pass them tests that God or the Most High put in front of you? Are you going to answer the call when it's your big moment? Because when you graduated, if you didn't, try to go do that. But for that one moment, for people to come sit there and scream, hey, let's go. Them same people that are screaming, they're not going to be there every second of the day to push you. You had to push yourself to get to that point. And that's what these last month been showing me. Them 12 years I got up and did that. I had a little help along the way. I had a little group of people that I was successful with, that we did what we needed to do. But I really turned it around, and I got up every day and did what I needed to do to be successful, because I wanted more for myself. I was chasing the ghost of my family. And one thing that always stuck with me was pioneers don't get their flowers always. I always say I'm the Martin Luther King of my family, of my little family, because I was the first. I got all the whippings first, so they won't get those. I made the mistakes first, so they won't make those. And now they shining. They get the opportunity to do what I ain't get to do. They get to go do the things that I need to do. So just in case you don't get those opportunities, you the first one to do it. You the first one to do it. You gonna be the first one to change your family's life. That's how I feel. I'm gonna be the first one. But we gotta clip out all the distractions. We gotta learn how to say no. We in this together. He, she, whoever, we in this together. Cause I'm no better than nobody else. I ain't perfect. I just came to a realization. I came to understanding that as long as you put in that work and you doing what you need to do, your big day will come. For sure. They will respect you. They will clap for you. They will love you when your big day come. Yeah, man. It's really that. Like, it's I came on here with a game plan. For real. Like, I came on here with a game plan, but I just really want to speak from the heart. I don't really want to be robotish. I really want to come here and speak from the heart. Like, that's how I started this thing, speaking from the heart. And I always wanted to come on here and give my thoughts and talk to y'all about my life experiences, what I went through. Shout out to my boy Tread Truth. He does this on a weekly basis, and I commend him, because it's not easy getting on here and expressing yourself the right way so people can, understand. Because not a lot of people are going to understand why you do what you do, or who you do it for, or It's some people out there. I'm gonna tell y'all some shit. It's some people out there that'll tear down your dreams. I used to get mad, boy. I ain't gonna lie. I used to get mad when they used to tear down my dreams. But that's because I'm better than them. I'm bigger than them. I'm younger than them. I got a spark that they never had. And this is me speaking humbly. This is not me trying to boast or trying to brag or trying to, this is not that. This is just me understanding my superpower. Cause sometimes we try to scoop down to other people's level who ain't on the same level as us. We really do. And I've seen myself do that multiple times. I know I'm better than that guy. I know I'm better than that girl. I know. And we lower our potential. Like, we lower our potential to fit the standard. When it's okay that we don't fit that standard, because we either higher or we right there to the next level. And I don't know who I'm speaking to or who gonna hear this, but boy, we right there, bro. I'm telling y'all, bro, because it's been times people done talked down on me. People done made fun of me. People done kicked me while I was down. They didn't know I was down. There's a difference between being sensitive and being passionate. That's what I want a lot of people to understand. There's a difference between being sensitive and being passionate. You can be passionate about what you doing. You could be serious. I mean, you could be emotional. And I'm here to say that it's okay to be emotional. It's okay to spaz on a bit when you sometimes. Cause if you serious about your life and what you're doing, cause you can't tell nobody about their kids. You can't tell nobody about their brothers or their sisters or their cousins. Some people you can't just play with. So if you that person, stay that person, bro. For real. I stand by a certain code. I stand by a certain lifestyle. I stand on respect. That's what I really stand on, for real. I don't care about nothing that don't pertain to my family. I stand on respect, loyalty. I'm loyal to a fault. That's just who I am. Simple and plain. A lot of people you're not gonna meet a lot of people that's loyal to a fault or that's loyal to the bone. You're not gonna meet people like that. But you have to there's no choice. That was embedded in me. And some people might ask, some people might say, well, where did you build this confidence from? Where did you build this type of like it comes from just putting in that work every day and understanding that this is that. And I know, because when you consistent and you put in that work and you understanding your vision, nobody can tell you nothing. For real. Because you seen what you can do. Growing up, I hated science. I really did. I hated science. But now I compare myself, I'm a scientist. I'm a wizard when it comes to this shit. And I always be like, damn, I don't fit in here. I don't know what I'm going to do. This, that, and the third. And I realized the whole time it was in me. The whole time I am where I need to be. I was trying to firefighter, teacher, lawyer, apartment maintenance technician, I was trying to do everything else to make everybody else happy but myself. Sometimes we put ourselves in situations that we don't need to be in. We really don't. We really don't, bruh. And I am a proven fact of that. Cause I put myself in a lot of situations. If I would have just used my head, I would have understood what I was supposed to be doing. It would have never happened. And that's why I say, X said this, XXX Tentacion, God rest his soul. He always say, everybody will get what they deserve. And I always used to say, what does that mean? Why does he say that? And we will, because it goes back to that saying, you know that stove hot. Why you keep touching it? You know you're not supposed to be talking to that person no more, but you're still talking to them. You know you're supposed to be working out. The doctor told you that you sick, or you got diabetes, or you got cancerous like symptoms, but you still eating them same foods. Oh, I'm gonna start over. I'm gonna do it again tomorrow. We all have them issues, but I'm here to say let's change them. Let's move forward. Let's be real with ourselves. A lot of us are not real with ourselves. A lot of us think we got all the time in the world, and we don't. We really don't. So I ain't gonna hold y'all too much longer. I just really wanted to come over here. And I had a whole speech set up for y'all, man, really. But I just really wanted to come over here and just go by this. I wanted this to be the first episode, me just talking to y'all and just going all over the place with it, just so y'all can hear my thought process and really see how I think about things in a nutshell. But I want to close it off and say, What We're All Thinking podcast means a lot to me. It changed my life forever. This right here, these cameras, this switchboard, this microphone, this TV, the everything, I enjoy it. I went through my rough patch and I came out of it. There's a lot of things that I picked up. I dropped them. And I tried to drop this too. I was like, whatever, this is what it is. But it just kept coming back. And I was talking to my friend, and I was telling him, listen to the signs. Listen to the signs, because you never know. Listen to the signs. Understand that sign that you keep, that keep coming in your face, take it. Don't keep playing with it, because then it's going to bite you in the ass and it's not going to be fun. Trust me. Trust me. If you say, I'm going to drink water, or if you say, I'm going to stop drinking alcohol, and you keep drinking alcohol, you go to that hospital, oh, I'm going to stop eating fried food, I'm going to stop, and you keep on doing it, and you wonder why you feel sluggish, you feel slow, you sick, or I'm gonna start working out, or I'm gonna stop partying, or I'm gonna stop spending money out. Take those signs. Or if you see some consistently that's always in your face, go for it. Push through. It's too easy, man. But yeah, man, this is What We're All Thinking podcast, stories behind the craft. Tap in with me. nl.w.mmt. That's the Instagram, my personal. What We're All Thinking podcast. That's the Instagram. All my clips, all my everything will be there. Tap in, man. Let's go. Peace.